Do you recognize one of the grandest ships that ever carried the British flag?
Georgic is the first big ship to be launched from a British shipyard.
She had a wonderful war record, sinking 2 enemy submarines and carrying thousands of troops in safety. They called her the Old Reliable.
Hello everybody, welcome back to the final episode or video in this house. If you couldn't tell, I am actually currently standing on the old rec wall, as I am currently at. Some of you may or may not know, if you've been following my channel recently, that I am currently moving, or that I have moved. I've also got glasses now. Ooh. Not very often I do live action content. What I thought would be a nice idea to kind of give off a send off to what has been my home for the last Lord knows how long. Is really give a bit of a tour, give a bit of a detail, and really just go into what was this room and give out a bit of a tour of what was where and some interesting facts. So without any further ado, guys, let's get into the video. We shall start the tour with the mould. This is a pretty big reason why we have moved house. This is my room, and this is the amount of mould that was in here. Obviously, not very healthy, so I assume when I move, council will probably go through and redo most of this. This isn't even the worst. The bathroom is like a breeding ground for the stuff. Patch there is because initially, when the mold was getting really bad, I did try going over it. If you look over there as well, it looks like surprisingly clear. It's because I went over it and it did not go well, and it came back quite quickly. Speaking of, brings me to my next thing. Oh, by the way, this is why it was especially bad, because where this is here, yes, I'm aware it's very muddy and everything. What was here was my bed. Because obviously you might recognise this wallpaper here from the first video on this channel. Actually, first few videos on my channel, because my bed was here, where we are now. It used to go up to about that part of the wall there. And then I would record it here. And I'm going like, hello everybody, today we're going to be doing this, this and this. And this is where I recorded it from. As I said, I think the last time I used it to record a video was early last year. Because I used it to record Top 10 Ships 2020 free edition. Free editions intro. So there's that. Where we are currently standing is where I often recorded by recorded I mean do the audio and stuff for my old videos. That's why I used to mention some of the bloopers when I used to do bloopers, which I do intend to again soon. I used to commonly say, oh, well, my leg's starting to hurt. That's because I'd be sitting down for like an hour straight recording, sometimes like 2 hours, recording footage. And there's like not a lot of room to move my leg, and it'd be like, oh, it'll be painful afterwards. See, plug socket that needs replacing. Hopefully that will be replaced before we finally hand back the keys to the council, otherwise we will get fined. But yeah, many videos were made in this area. Pretty much all of my videos were written here, because I usually had my laptop and I'd write my videos on my bed. But a few were actually recorded. I did start to move my production downstairs more just before we moved. Obviously, because of that really was not good for me. So I started to move more downstairs and everything else in the final days or final months of being here. This one really wouldn't mean much to people who watch this channel, but for those who have seen those who are subscribed to Mr. Bandit and Bandit Plays, this here area, and you can tell because all this carpet here looks all worn and battered and everything, but you just got this perfect little line here, and yeah, there is a lot of cobwebs and muck and stuff. It's like a big problem in this room. But you see the little part where it's just something like perfectly fine carpet. You can see the rough outline. That's where that used to be. This here is my old set of drawers. That will not be coming with us, it will only be chucked. If you look, the things that used to hold up the drawers, I really am not good at my terminology, has in fact broken. As well as that, you see down here, there was supposed to be a, oh for goodness, that's money. There's supposed to be a line of wood that would hold up the drawers. Not anymore! It broke! Another thing that is like kind of noticeable, if you look over here, is this sudden bit of unpainted and tore up paper there. That's because the radiator wasn't originally there. It was actually over here. And when we first moved in, they after we put all our furniture down, got all the carpet fitted and decorated, they decided to move the radiators. Hence why they're over there. Because the radiator was there, then they moved it to over there, because we've got new radiators in, and so, falafel. Falafel? Palava? I don't know what would be the correct terminology. Either way, the radiator was there, not anymore, it's now over there. And obviously that's why it's all tore and broken and everything else there. And obviously, because it's probably the same reason why it's all dirty and everything else around here, we wouldn't be able to see it because there was stuff constantly in front of it. Like, I think there was boxes there, the boxes pretty much across where I'm walking now, and then you'd have the drawers there. So you wouldn't be able to notice damage that was done to the wallpaper because you couldn't see it. It was blocked off. So we never did bother going back over it again. It's been like that for the last 8 years, people. 8 years. Another note you might wonder why is, what colour is this supposed to be? It is green. More specifically, it's supposed to be lime green, but I looked at the paint and it's actually kiwi green. Very muddy, very muddy, very dirty kiwi green, but it is in fact kiwi green. I'm not using it in my new house. I've gone for a darker shade of green this time. But, yeah. You can tell it was decorated... Wait, not decorated. You can tell the colours were picked by a... How old was I? 8-year-old? I'm not good with maths. All my consoles are on top of here. If I remember correctly, it went GameCube, Xbox One... obviously a bit further on that, and then I had 360, but I'd usually swap out that last console every so often, because I have a fair few. Obviously, now I have a better setup. If you go to the new house and see my new setup, I've got an actual Kallax unit for all my consoles and stuff. You can still see the rough outline of where all my stuff was, from where I've had to pull it off when I was moving. And you can actually see, because I used to tape the things to the wall because I ran out of blue tack, and I'm like, oh, that'd be a wise idea. Spoiler alert, it wasn't, because it migrated from this wall to that wall. And I just put, I looked at it, and this feels too empty now, so I put a East German flag on there, which now gets used as a blanket because it kept falling off the bastard wall. But yeah, that is pretty much what the tour is of my old room. There really isn't much to say about it, other than I'm going to miss it, minus the mould. Mould. Although I'm going to miss it aside from the mould. But I have got a bit of an update involving the channel that I do... Well, I have put on the community tab, but I will say here. If you notice on this channel that I don't upload so much in the coming months, it's obviously partially because moving. Well, as you can tell, we've mostly moved now. And as well as that, I'm in my final year of secondary now. I've got my GCSEs and stuff. So, alas, as much as I love this, I am going to have to slow down the upload, schedule and rate. Think of the word then. But yeah, that is pretty much the whole summary of what my old room was. I shall see this in this house for one final time. Thank you all for watching, everyone. Goodbye!